Los Angeles Kings star Kevin Fiala's season is officially over, and the news comes as a devastating blow not just to the Kings, but to Swiss hockey and the broader NHL landscape. According to ESPN, the lower leg injury Fiala suffered during Olympic competition will sideline him for the remainder of the NHL season. The injury occurred while Fiala was representing Switzerland in a matchup against Canada, a high intensity game that ended in more than just a loss on the scoreboard. Mid game, Fiala went down hard. The scene immediately shifted from competitive tension to concern. He was unable to get up under his own power and was eventually stretchered off the ice. The Swiss Ice Hockey Federation later described it as a lower leg injury. He was hospitalized and underwent surgery, ruling him out not only for the rest of the 2026 Olympic Games, but now for the remainder of the NHL season as well. For the Kings, this is not a minor roster adjustment. Kevin Fiala is one of the franchise's offensive engines. His combination of speed, edge work, creativity, and finishing ability makes him one of the most dynamic forwards in the lineup. He has been a key contributor in scoring production, power play presence, and transition play. Losing him is not about replacing minutes, it's about replacing impact. Fiala's style of play is built on explosiveness. He attacks space, he changes angles, he creates offense where others see congestion. A lower leg injury severe enough to require surgery immediately raises questions about recovery timelines, conditioning, and long term explosiveness. While no official timetable beyond season ending has been released, surgery at this stage of the year means rehabilitation will extend well into the offseason. The timing makes it particularly painful. Olympic hockey is a rare honor. Players represent their countries at the highest level, often in games that feel as intense as playoff contests. For Fiala, playing for Switzerland was more than participation. It was pride. Switzerland has steadily climbed the ranks in international hockey, and Fiala has been central to that evolution. The matchup against Canada carried weight. And like many international games, it was fast, physical, and emotionally charged. These are not exhibition contests. They are played at full speed, with national expectation behind every shift. Unfortunately, the risk that comes with that intensity became reality. Being stretchered off the ice is one of the most sobering images in hockey. It cuts through rivalry and competition instantly. Opponents tap sticks, teammates gather, the crowd quiets. In that moment, the sport becomes secondary to the person. Following surgery, the confirmation that Fiala will miss the remainder of the NHL season reshapes the Kings' outlook. Los Angeles will now have to adjust rotations, elevate roles, and potentially look to internal development or trade options to compensate for the loss. But replacing production isn't the only challenge. Fiala brings pace and unpredictability. He forces defensive systems to account for him. He stretches coverage and opens lanes for teammates. That kind of gravity is not easily replicated. For Switzerland, the loss is equally significant. Fiala was one of their most dangerous offensive threats in the tournament. Losing him mid competition changes strategy, line combinations, and momentum. Olympic tournaments are short. There is no time to slowly adjust to losing a star player. This injury also reignites the long standing debate about NHL players participating in the Olympics. For players, representing their country is a career highlight. For NHL teams, it carries inherent risk. Injuries sustained internationally can alter playoff races and organizational planning. There is no easy answer because pride and business sit on opposite sides of the same decision. For Fiala personally, the focus now becomes recovery. Lower leg injuries requiring surgery demand patience. Rehabilitation will center around strength rebuilding, mobility restoration, and gradual return to skating mechanics. For a player whose game is built on agility and acceleration, that process must be deliberate. At 29, Fiala is still in his prime. The hope for both the Kings and Swiss hockey is that this injury is a setback, not a defining turning point. Modern sports medicine has advanced dramatically, and players routinely return from serious injuries stronger and more refined. But for now, the reality is simple. Kevin Fiala's Olympic run ended on a stretcher. His NHL season ends in recovery, and the Kings must move forward without one of their most dynamic weapons. The image of him being helped off the ice will linger. So will the recognition that elite sport always carries risk, even in moments meant to celebrate national pride. The focus shifts now from competition to healing. And for Kevin Fiala, the next battle is no longer against an opposing defense, it's against time, rehabilitation, and the long road back to the ice.